And we're live. Hello, everyone. This is an interview, a Gen 1 Draft League interview with me, Watson, the captain of the Toro Stampede. And joining me as the subject of this interview is Noah, the captain of the Windows Live Essentials 2012 free download. Hi, Noah. How are you?
Holy shit, hello. I'm good. It's good to be
I
here.
glad to
Yeah,
have you.
thank you.
So, I hope you're excited for the interview. I've cooked up some questions,
I would love to see
um,
what you got cooked up.
and we could just jump right into it. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not. I haven't really given interviews before, to be honest. So this is gonna be a first for me. Have you ever
Okay.
been interviewed before?
Um, I have been an interviewer before in my communications minor at UGA,
Oh,
and
okay.
that was a totally real minor.
Very real. A
I
very
worked very
real
hard
thing
for
that
that.
you did. Okay. Well,
It was
then you
like three
can.
public speaking classes, and yeah, they just I don't know. It's the mindset. You just
Right.
gotta ask people things,
I've
and they'll usually
listened
answer them.
I've listened to a lot of interviews, but you with that knowledge, you can judge me and
Okay,
how well I'm doing. But
I'll get my notes out.
I can't judge you because I don't know anything about being interviewed. Okay, let's move on with the question. So the first question is it should be an easy one. How have you been enjoying the league so far? You know, having a good time, enjoying some
It's pretty
Pokemon.
sick. Winning definitely helps.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
I've come around on it. At first, I was like, "What the freak is going on?"
Mm-hmm.
Just like I don't know. I'm totally new to this scene at all. Before this, I was like, "Yeah, Pokemon are cool. I know they got stats, but like, I had zero idea how balanced everything was and how like
All
much of a
right.
like actual strategy game it is." So um,
Yeah.
I, I've I love how much I've learned about competitive Pokemon
Yeah.
going into this.
It has layers for sure. There's a lot there. Actually, that kind of leads into another question I had. So you said you like how much you've learned. What is your biggest lesson so far from the season, you think?
Hmm. Um, I don't know. My like one takeaway or something like that.
Yeah, like
I
yeah.
guess. Yeah. I would have changed some of my picks around. I think it's important to plan around things that make your opponent scared,
Mm.
which
Mm-hmm.
is, I don't know. I sound psychotic for saying that, but like, that's a really good thing to have. Is like you need, if you're gonna win matches, you need to like freak your opponents out. Otherwise, they're just going to do the same thing that they always do, and it's probably going to be effective because they are used to doing it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So you need to have the ability to counter other people. And that's more important than like having strong Pokemon, in my opinion. But yeah, I don't know. You need to know about Terra types and shit. You need to know about like what moves your Pokemon are capable of learning. And that's something I like kind of knew going into this, but not nearly to the degree I know now, you know?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of value in versatility and not becoming too predictable because in a draft
Hmm.
league people can really prepare for what you do if you're always doing the same thing. So that's
Yep.
definitely that
Yep.
versatility comes in handy. And then to what you said about, you know, knowing your Pokemon, I think one of my favorite things about Draft League is you really do get to know those Pokemon really well throughout the season. And we still have a lot more to go, but you kind of learn to bring out the strengths and what different strengths and even options your Pokemon have as you go. So that's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, my next question for you is what move or strategy maneuver, I guess, has an opponent used against you that most surprised you, or maybe just something you thought was like creative and interesting?
Interesting. Yeah, there's stuff that like I'll see later. I don't know. I kind of want to hold out to see how the season goes. I'm sure some people are gonna do crazier and crazier shit as the season goes on. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, like the first couple matches were fine. You wide guard countered me pretty hard on ours. I guess that's like the most surprising thing I've seen so far.
As a single move, probably, at least.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was fucked up. Nothing too crazy outside of that, which is I think why I've been doing well is because I've been throwing the curveballs and have not had too many curveballs coming my way.
Thrown
You know?
at you. Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, you are
but
three
I
and one,
expect to see way
so
more of
it's
that as we
working.
go further into the season. You know,
Hmm.
because yeah,
People will get creative, especially in playoffs. I think people will be bringing out hopefully their best stuff, so it should be exciting.
yeah.
Another question for you. Well, all the questions are for you, I guess. So which Pokemon on your team? This is sort of a two-part question. First of all, which
Okay.
Pokemon on your team is a personal favorite? So this is not based on like strength necessarily, although maybe you could have the same answer for both questions. But the second question is, which one do you think is like the strongest or your MVP? I guess.
Mm. Okay. Okay. Um, Personal favorite has got to be Mew. Um,
Okay.
I just like that it's a little fucking thing, and I don't know. It throws curveballs at people. It's I don't know. I like its lore. I like that it's just like this weird primordial Pokemon that's pluripotent or whatever. I like its kind of like stem cell kind of background.
I'm actually not too familiar with the Mew lore.
Um, you haven't seen the movie with Mewtwo where
I
they like
haven't. I have
captured Mew
not.
and put him in a lab and then made Mewtwo and okay, that's we'll watch that after. It's pretty good.
Okay, sounds good.
It's yeah, no, but yeah, it's got cool lore. Yeah, it's just this little pink thing that um is allegedly the oldest Pokemon. I know that conflicts with like the origin stories of Sinnoh, but yeah, it's just this weird fucking thing.
The Pokemon
And
canon is a hodgepodge for sure.
for sure, for sure.
And if I should have made all the Gen 1 movies required viewing before joining the Gen 1 draft league. That was my mistake.
That would have set some yeah.
Gen 2, the
Getting the right
future
mindset of
generations, we're gonna have some movie nights.
one or two would be nice. That would be cool.
A
Yeah.
movie night would be actually, unironically, pretty fun.
Yeah.
Okay, and then so Mew is your personal favorite. Who is your MVP? It could be the same.
You know it. You know it. It's Ninetales.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend the entire season trying to convince everybody that it's not just a one-trick pony. That I can like make this team work other than Ninetales. You know.
Yeah.
But Ninetales Aurora Veil Snow Setting is just really, really good, and it takes like especially in answer to like a bunch of teams full of people whose strategies are like I pick the really strong Pokemon.
Hmm.
Um, they're surprised that they don't wipe me in one turn,
Hmm.
and then they're vulnerable to other things. I think people are used to those Pokemon just winning out, right? And then not having to like get countered.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, um, yeah, yeah, it's very strong defensive options for like the rest of my team. It's what lets my team function for a lot of the time.
Yeah, and it's surprisingly hard to take it
Get
down.
rid of. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
because
can't weather remove it. I know some people tried that.
yeah,
You can't like you can brick break, but that's limited to certain Pokemon. You can try to fake out, but it's fast as fuck. Yeah, it's hard. It's
yeah,
hard to do something about that.
it's a really good speed tier, and it's just it can be so hard to one hit KO because in the snow alone, you get that 50% defense boost, and then its
Yep.
main weakness. I mean, steel is a quadruple weakness, so you'd think, oh, I just hit it with any steel move, but the defense boost goes pretty hard, and it can be hard to take out even.
Plus, it's Gen 1, and there's very few steel types.
There's only two, and you have one of them on your team, so that leaves only one, I believe. Yeah,
Yep. You can Terra Steel always, but
you can. Or you can use a
that
fire
would be scary.
move. A fire move is your
Yeah.
next best bet, but even the fire
Yeah, for
types
sure.
are few and far between. Now that I think about it, it's mostly what Charizard and Arcanine,
Flareon too.
Flareon, but
But
Flareon and
yeah,
Arcanine are
yeah.
both physical attackers, so that
Yep.
again the defense boost. Yeah, it's just surprisingly hard to remove, and the Aurora Veil makes your whole team giga tanky. So yeah, very strong. Um, Now is there any Pokemon on your team that you think, like relative to the draft position, like when you got them in the draft, is like, well, first of all, like what are your underperformers, and then what are your overperformers, like relative to draft position, if you have any?
Hello. I think you cut out.
Oh, really? Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. My question was like relative to the maybe the position and the order in which you drafted your team, which maybe you can check the. We can pull up the draft.
Oh, sure. Oh, but I already know. I've told you about this one.
Yeah. Okay. Go for it then. Share it with the
Yeah,
world.
Porygon I picked way too early in the draft, and
Uh
I thought I could do more with it. Honestly, if I'm being real, I thought it was Porygon too.
huh. Yeah. Porygon 2 would have
And
been very strong.
yeah, right. And I was like thinking about all the strategies I could do with like Eviolite and just this really tanky member that knows a bunch of shit. And I was also like, yeah, that's a really good deny pick because I've already got Mew going on, and I've got some other like very supportive type Pokemon. And if I take them all, then there's not much counterplay against me, at least from that side. Like that's one less avenue I have to worry about.
Right.
But I don't think Porygon. We'll see. Maybe I'll think of a strategy, but the only thing I can think is like ally swap or whatever. But it's not a very good way to play. You know,
No,
there
it's
could be some niche case where I could use that maybe.
doing some
but
50-50. I think the thing
Yeah.
about Ally Switch is no one ever expects it the first time you use it, so it's pretty safe once. But after
Yes.
you reveal that you have it, then you're creating a coin toss, and whether that goes your
Kind of.
way, a little bit, you know,
I'm
because
pretty
it's
good
like
at those mind games.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good at calling people out on when they stop doing it. You know.
yeah. But at the end of the day,
But-
you know, you're creating sort of a will I Ally Switch or not is going to be in their mind every single turn, and it's just about predictions at that point.
Yeah.
The first time
It's
is
in theme with my team strategy of making people scared and making people second guess themselves, you know.
yeah, I will do that. The Trick
so
Room is the other
I'm
thing.
happy about that.
I guess Porygon can do is a Trick Room, but yeah, it depends on the
It's got to
team.
survive to do that.
It does. It does. I mean, yeah. Eviolite maybe it can survive for Trick Room. Okay. Well, I was okay. So that's a Pokemon you think is underperforming. Is there one that you think is maybe overperforming relative to to draft position, or do you think not so
Interesting.
much?
Um,
I mean,
I
I have one
definitely,
for your team that I think, but I want to know your opinion.
yeah. I mean, honestly, I'm surprised by a lot of the capability of my team
Uh huh.
constantly. Blastoise has been doing way better than I thought it would. Doug Trio is kind of crazy.
Oh
I
yeah.
didn't think it would just like people are now terrified of Doug Trio, which I love. Primeape did really well in its last game, and it's made me like reconsider it. But I don't know how much it performs outside of the team matchup against Carter specifically. It plays really well into his team, so I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. Honestly, yeah, like all of them are doing better than I expected, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna say, yeah, I think Primeape, just because it looked so good in your last match, but you probably have a good point about the matchup thing. But the Primeape looked pretty. For you got to think about it. The way I think about it is Primeape is a ninth pick, so like
Yeah, for sure.
not a lot of ninth picks get to do very much. So the fact that it was able to carry a game for you, I mean, not that you probably could have won without it, maybe, but
No, but
in
yeah, it was
it
key in that
it
one. It
was
was
huge. It was huge in that game. Yeah, and Doug
yeah,
Trio is actually kind of a menace. Like it's definitely
yeah,
been doing more for you than the Porygon, which we mentioned, and then even the Nidoqueen. I think Doug Trio has been a little more consistently beneficial.
yeah.
So
That speed is key. That
yeah,
it's yeah, yeah.
speed is so valuable, and I think people valued it in this draft, but I think in the next draft people might value it even more because the speed is
I
just
agree with that.
it's really important. Um, Great. Okay. Um, I also wanted to ask, do you think there's well, what, actually I'll skip this question. I was gonna ask you if there's any Pokemon you think like you've yet to realize their potential, but that kind of verges on giving away strats, maybe.
Yeah.
So, but if you feel comfortable answering the question, do you think there's do you have anything in the pocket that you're hoping to use at some point you haven't gotten around to doing yet?
Oh, for sure.
Mm-hmm. What are we thinking? Or you want to leave it at
Oh,
that?
I have to disclose.
You don't have to disclose. I want you to say as much as you feel comfortable.
Okay, okay. I think what was it? I think Pikachu Lightning Rod is going to be good. Um,
Yeah.
against what is it? Is it James's team?
Uh, James's team
You
has
want to Zapdos?
two Brian's team,
That's Brian's team.
the
Yeah, yeah.
Volt
I,
Trick has Zapdos.
I'm yeah, Team Voltric. I mean, come on, it's in the name.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see if I can counter some things with that. That might be where Pikachu finally sees its debut.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not, but uh, it has enough going on that I feel like it's a little slept on. I could do some fun stuff with that.
Yeah.
It's got speed control. It's fast. It's
Yeah, we could see
yeah.
some Pikachu come out. That would be
And
pretty
I
hype.
guess I'm going to be a little hush about upcoming matches, but yeah, Terra types are interesting. That's all I'll say. Um,
Okay. Yeah,
I hope
terrestrialization is
I have a
huge.
strategy. I have a plan going into this next match, and honestly, Greenlee's Tea kind of scares me. So
Mm-hmm.
like it's one of them that I've had to think the most about, honestly. So
It can
I
it can be very all or nothing where she has some
mhm.
very hard hitters, and if those hard hitters get some quick KOs, I feel like games the games of Greenlee's that I've seen, they're over in like two turns. Or it feels
Yeah,
like they're over in like two turns. It's either Greenlee
yeah,
destroyed you or Charizard just died instantly, and then you are safe. You know, stuff like that.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Similar to
that's
Mewtwo.
that's the rough one. It's I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna go, but generally my team is very much the opposite, where it's more of a drawn out battle. So
Mm-hmm.
I really don't know if I'm gonna fare well in this. There's a lot of fire types, and that they are probably pretty good into my team,
Mm-hmm.
for the most part. But yeah, it's rough. I don't know. You can't hand wave away any part of Greenleaf's team. It's like, you know, oh yeah, you can take care of these guys, but like there's still Mewtwo to worry about. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, there's still Mewtwo to worry about. You have to base your entire game around that
Yeah.
and everything else. You know.
You might be safe from Arbok, but other than that, there's
Yeah,
there's
I didn't
definitely
bring any Arbok, but
yeah, there's definitely some powerful stuff. So obviously
yeah.
that match coming up tomorrow. We talked about matches going forward. Are there any? Is there any match you're especially looking forward to, or maybe like a potential rematch in the playoffs?
Oh,
I
I'm
guess
looking
yeah.
forward to kicking your ass in the playoffs, of course.
I thought you might say that.
Yeah, I don't know. They've all been fun. I'm excited to see what everybody's strategies are. And I don't know, just all of it, you know. I want to see how people adapt, like versus the first time that I face them. One of the
Mm-hmm.
things I've realized about this is, like, I don't know. This is kind of dumb and conceptual, but you're like making boss battles for the other player, you know.
Yeah,
Like
that's.
you're kind of designing a boss battle against them, and I don't know. I've just been thinking of it in that way, and it's cool to see people change their strategies and throw new things at you, and you throw new things at them. I don't know. It's been really fun.
When it comes to designing those boss battles and like your prep, what does your prep usually look like? Do
Ooh,
you?
that's a good
Yeah,
question. Um,
I'm wondering what your
yeah, I'll
process
look at
is.
both of the teams. I started off being like damage calcs are for nerds.
Uh huh.
But I try to envision what turn one would look like, you know, at least. See what they're probably going to be starting, and how I can avoid getting one shot on the first turn, and how I can like maybe one shot them, but if not, you know, at least avoid instant wiping, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll pull up like a couple contingencies for combos of like, okay, if I start with this, is that going to work? Um, it's been a very technical thing, and it's been like looking at their type charts and being like, oh, this would go really good into this. And I don't know, just thinking about it's hard. There's like so many things to think about, like speed and like general team overall composition and what counters what.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just been me being like, I don't know, just thinking over the scenarios of like, this probably happens in the first couple turns, and you got to watch out for that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and trying to like capture in broad strokes what their team is about, and like what makes it work, and how to stop that.
Yeah, it's an incredibly deep game. When it comes to that process, I guess I'm also wondering like how do you do it early, or are you doing it like before? Like I guess how soon before the match you usually get into that stuff?
I've been doing it like a day before the match,
A
because
day
otherwise I'll
before,
spend like the entire week like thinking up
tinkering.
hypotheticals, you know.
Yeah.
And I cannot live that way. It's once I start thinking about it, it's like on my mind, you know. So generally I try to just like keep it confined to like maybe a day or two before the actual match starts, you know.
Okay, interesting. Because I usually as soon as my match is done, I immediately like build my team for the next match, like the same
Sure, that makes
day.
sense.
And then what I do is like I don't put that much work into it. I know this is like more about you than me, but I just want to say I don't put that much work into it. Um,
Sure.
and then like I'll just keep coming back throughout the week, and I find that it helps me like let my
Yeah, you let it
ideas
simmer.
form. Yeah, simmer over time. Like I'm not always thinking about it, but I come back and tweak and
Gotcha.
adjust. Yeah. Okay, cool. So let's see what other questions I have lined up. Oh, yeah. So have you been first? I guess how much? To what extent have you been keeping up with the other matches? Do you watch the other teams' replays? Does that factor into your prep at all?
I've seen them sporadically. Usually, I'll scout like the last match of the person I
Okay.
face, just to see what they've been about recently.
Do,
Um, but
cool.
yeah, I haven't been militant about it. I haven't watched every single person's match.
Makes sense. Do you have a maybe a favorite series that you've
A
seen?
favorite like other team or like favorite
Like
matchup that was cool.
just a match that you thought was like a good match, entertaining to watch.
Um,
Just in terms of entertainment value, I guess.
that's a good question.
If not, that's fine. It's hard to remember them all. Just I watch every single one, so like I have I have thoughts.
I want to know what your favorite is. In that
Uh
case,
I that's a really good question. I think there have been some nail biters. I think actually the Red Army versus Denolinators was
yeah, I did see that one.
one of
It's
my
yeah.
favorites because it was down to the wire. I think game three was a bit of a stomp, but like that was
Mhm.
it was definitely a really interesting series. And then I think it was actually your match versus James. Did you play
Yeah,
James
there was some interesting
already?
stuff.
The
I think so.
Eevee's
Yeah.
backyard bash. I think that was another good one. I'd have to honestly, I'd have to go back and look to remember
There,
exactly
I
which
think you're
one.
right. I think I did play James, and that yeah, it wasn't that close, or it wasn't that much of a stomp. It was pretty close, and yeah, I think it went 2-1, and certain of our strategies were working out, and it was really like I hadn't done much scouting of what the teams could do, and I don't think he did either, and so we just kind of like threw our Pokemon at each other. And,
Yeah,
like
that was a week two, I think.
you could see it figuring like yeah, you could see both of us adapting as those matches went on,
Uh
and
huh.
it was scary. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, yeah.
um
I would
yeah,
say
yeah,
generically, any series that goes to game three is hype because game threes are pretty hype.
for
So
sure, for
yeah.
sure.
Um, Another thing I want to ask: if you had to swap your entire team with another, like they're gonna have all your Pokemon, you're gonna have all theirs. Like you just swap. Basically, you're coaching a different team. Which team
Interesting.
would you want to pilot?
Okay, let me go look at the teams.
Yeah, look at the teams.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. It's basically a different way of asking what team you think is best, but it's not necessarily what you think is best. It's what you would like. Maybe you pick it because it's best, but maybe you pick it because you would enjoy playing it the most.
Yeah. Sorry, my internet's being slow.
No problem.
I like. I think if I was going
And I can put. I'm gonna
like,
put the teams on screen for the viewers too.
sure, sure. I think if I was going play to win, I would honestly, I would honestly pick your team. That's there's a lot of good coverage. And Aerodactyl and Taurus have been tearing it up.
Oh yeah.
Same with Venusaur. But in terms of like play style, what I'd like to play as in a team, I think Eevee's Backyard Bash has some really fun options. And they're
Mm-hmm.
some of my favorite Pokemon too, so I'm about it.
All right. Yeah.
Um,
Sounds good.
Moltres is crazy. Alakazam should be just tearing this place up. It's very scary. You can do some rain dance stuff. Cloisters also got shell smash. There's yeah, I don't know. Jolteon's is I think the fastest in the game, right?
Yes, it is. Well, other than Electrode. Electrode's the fastest. And then Jolteon and Mewtwo are tied for second.
Okay, yeah, yeah. But yeah,
Alright.
yeah. I like
The backyard
um
bash.
the type of team that is. I like the strategies you could play around. I
It's
think I
fast and it hits
I
hard.
yeah, yeah. And like it's also got like a wide move pool, despite that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Kangaskhan has been looking pretty nice too. And even Vaporeon with the yawn spam has been pretty nasty. I think that team has
Hell
shown a
yeah.
lot of improvement, and just James as a player has gotten better, but like he's really pulling out the potential of that team. I think that team has, like, on paper, I think I rated it either number one or two, and I think it's
Mhm.
starting to come, it's starting to show that as James learns to use the tools that he has available. So,
Hell yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
all in
It's
spite
awesome.
of Eevee last pick being just a throwaway. It doesn't matter.
Sure.
The rest of the Pokemon are good enough. Um, okay, last couple questions. These are going to be a little bit more just for fun.
Okay,
So,
okay.
uh, first off, what is your favorite team name with the new? Now that all the teams are named,
Uh,
other than your own,
there's
because I think yours is probably the best. But that's my
thank you. I like
opinion.
it too. I liked the Red Army when it came out.
Hmm.
The Red Army's very good. I like how Greenlee just like hit him with a banger right out the gate of Mewtwo and
Mewtwo and
friends.
friends. Yes.
It's really funny, honestly.
Yeah, that's good. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are some good ones. And then final question, any words for your fans? Anything you want the fans, all the raving uh very supportive massive fan base of the Windows Live Essentials 2012 free download. What do you want to say to them, the fans at home?
I want to say thank you. I want to say Windows Live Essentials 2020 2012 is not supported any longer. So I'm sorry.
Oh
And I
no.
want to say stay frosty.
All right. Well, Noah, thanks for coming on. It's been fun, and good luck in your match.
Yeah, thanks for interviewing me. It's sick.
Yeah, happy to do it. Happy to do it. All right. Peace out, everyone.